the CCS Season 3 Championship underway with the overlay. As San Diego State trying to get started, Rutgers trying to hold the line, get something going. Talented players on both sides. Though those of you familiar with CCS will be slightly better at recognizing some of the San Diego State players. Rutgers, the new addition with the rest of the Big Ten this season. But trying to make their mark both for themselves and their conference. So far, fairly neutral first 30 seconds, though it has opened up to a chance here for San Diego State to get things going. Rutgers defense, though, keen to the task. Very composed, keeping themselves in a position to deal with all these San Diego State threats, and there are plenty of them. Each of these three players, Aquino, Dog, and M-Pleb, can decimate your defense when you least expect it. And they have held the bulk of the pressure so far, and this one might even have developed into an open net for Aquino. He can't find the touch. Instead, Aiden will be able to take it away and give Rutgers a chance to break out. Anxiety, I believe is how you pronounce it. Trying to get things going for Rutgers, but he's depossessed. A lot of pretty open back lines. Rutgers pushing up very far in offense and racing to get back, but has not come back to bite them so far. And they're holding pressure well offensively. Aiden almost able to get it past Aquino. That's a very tall task for any player in the CCS. Aquino now lining up for another shot. Save made by Anxiety. Trying to push back for this one, but he's all out of boost. Aiden, good 50 by him. And pretty neutral so far. San Diego State with a little bit more pressure, but it's been matched by some solid Rutgers defense. This shot almost tucked away in the top left corner. Aquino rattling the crossbar there. And he will keep this one level. Fake for N-Pleb. He's full zeroed, and that one will be shut down easily by Aiden. Just fall into Aquino's lap. You don't want to let that happen. Pass over to Dog. Shot on target. Mark saves. Doing a good job to keep possession as well. As Dog here, he's on zero boost as well. We'll force one to go, but nothing much afterwards. Very tense game one. You can really feel neither team wants to overextend, especially not Rutgers, as even after their first couple aggressive offensive chances, they've done well to really stay on defense. M-Pleb slowing it down. Can't quite get it past the last man. And the Aztecs unable to get on the board there. In fact, they might find themselves down 1-50. Taken by Mark. Will go through. Rutgers will score first. As Dog at touch. Not what he was looking for. Mark diving through and able to get a solid 50. Just passed out of the reach of N-Pleb. Scarlet Knights striking first in game one. Not what a lot of people would have expected, but again, this team has shown some serious upset potential. Really does not matter who they're facing. They don't care. They're just looking to play the same game they always have this season. And they are a dangerous squad. Aiden, sidewall, looking for Anxiety. It's going to be dropped down. Double commit save by San Diego State, but they will manage to at least temporarily break out. Got clear by Aquino. Down to N-Pleb. Looking to get something going for San Diego State. A bump and a pass, but no one there to follow up. Anxiety clearing out again past one. Dog at least able to put it back into the orange half for San Diego State, but the defense by Rutgers rather able to hold so well. In fact, they might have even found a counterattack down the other way, and this one might just bounce all the way through. It's 2-0 to Rutgers. As San Diego State has to be put on notice now, and the entire CCS world, that this match is not going to be the blowout win that many people were anticipating. Still time for the Aztecs to get something going, but they do want to do it sooner rather than later. And this Rutgers team is playing with some newfound confidence. Mark just going through the entire defense as a dunk and a follow-up. Smooth as you like it. 3-0. Things now getting a little hairy for San Diego State, as any hope of a comeback really rests on them getting something going off of this kickoff. It will be Dog put forward, but Aiden content to take his time. Gets demoed, and that will set up a shot from Aquino, maybe? I don't know how it looked like a team bump pool shot of some sort, but either way, Rutgers able to save it out. And right now, It does seem like game one might be a foregone conclusion, but Dog able to get one back, and with 1 minute and 6 seconds left, this one's not over. New server, maybe. Going for one after this game. But 66 seconds, we've seen these sort of comebacks happen before, time and time again. And would not be surprised to see a team with the caliber, at the caliber of San Diego State, be able to pull one off. Rutgers playing some solid defense, but they let one go through their end, pleb. That's a second for San Diego State. The comeback is now well and on. Aiden tripped himself up on the post, and that just made save a little more difficult, especially with as well placed of a shot that Mpleb put on. I have to see if Rutgers can come back from this, as they will be looking to get some security here. Yeti, unchallenged in the air, will get a reset, trying to go low. Dunks one off the backboard for free for Aiden. Flip reset, double tap off target. And San Diego State stays down by 1. Now they're going to look to break out here. Aquino air dribble, trying to find a good 50 off the back of it, and will at least get one with Aiden. Down neutral to Dog. Looks it past 1. This could be a big chance here. Mark putting this out of harm's way for the moment. A 50 central, a demo by Dog. One more physical plays from San Diego State in this last minute or so, and they have started resulting in big offensive chances. A nervy last 15 seconds here for Rutgers, but they do hold on for now. Aiden. Dunked by Mpleb. This could be a chance. Mark trying to meet Dog in the air, and he does. A bump again on Aiden, but Anxiety can't actually make contact. This could be dangerous. Time ticking down. It might be a 0-second equalizing attempt from San Diego State, but it'll drop to the ground. Rutgers taking game 1. And who would have expected this? The number 8 seed, the last team in the national championship, taking game 1 against the number 1 overall seed, one of the tournament favorites in San Diego State. There's certainly much more life in the Aztecs in that last minute or so, but it was just too little too late, and it resulted in that Scarlet Knights win. So things already getting interesting here. Checking back in on the rest of the league. Looks like Purdue taking game 1 versus Charlotte. Buds at GSU, game 1 versus Texas. And Cincinnati, Louisiana Tech just about getting kicked off right now. I did not change the map for game 2, so we're going to be heading into this one a little scuffed as always, but you know, would not be a CCS stream without a little bit of it. And we will get going here with a chance for Rutgers to take a pretty solid 2-0 lead in the series, or for San Diego State to regain control of the ship and reassert themselves as the favorites, as most people would have had them at the start of this series. We'll start out here with Mpleb getting a good 50 forward. The thing I noticed is that Rutgers playing a lot more of a defensive play style, as I say they triple commit there. But their second man not very close to their first, trying to buy time for them to get back on defense, but that's when the demos can be so deadly. It's going to be an own goal there. Dog will get credit for it, but this is why that physical play can be so effective. When you have a team that's playing more conservative, relying a lot on last man defense. As we see here, it does result in San Diego State finding the opener. Rutgers, they will want to get back some momentum, even though they won game 1. It did feel like they were losing it. Momentum, that is, by the end of it, giving up 2 straight and nearly conceding a third. That would have sent them to overtime despite a 3-0 lead with 90 seconds left. And they still find themselves on defense. Aiden, hitting one there, still 0 boost, just has to throw it away. But we'll end up in Anxiety's possession. Mpleb putting it right back. Dog unable to find that, and Mark getting a double touch as well off of his own backboard. Doing very well there to keep this one out of harm's way. Still, it is a lot of San Diego State pressure until this clear comes through. Mark, Aquino's on 0. It's pretty much just Mpleb back right now. Dog gets back in net, and Mpleb did more than enough on his own as he looks to counter as well. He's on 0 boost, still uncontested, finding a 50 there. Not a great one, though. This is going to be Aiden over to Mark. That one's going to be off the backboard. No touch by Aquino. Mark's shot's going to be off the crossbar. Don't think he was expecting the miss there. As San Diego State get away with one, and they stay in the lead. Again, another demo. It's going to leave an open net for Aquino. 2-0 for San Diego State. And Anxiety's touch gets away from him, and just even the last 2 men, it looks like, for Rutgers getting chased out of the net. And that will result in a comfortable lead for the Aztecs. Still plenty of time left for Rutgers, but do want to start to get things back in your favor sooner rather than later. Aquino, oh my goodness gracious. The ground pinch pass from Dog, finding Aquino, placing it top left. And that is a beautiful play there to give San Diego State their 3rd straight. They look to have righted the ship and now have put themselves firmly in control of the game. A lot of time left, and we saw a 3-0 lead get narrowed down to 1 last time around. But when it comes to a team like San Diego State, one that's used to front running like this all season, you think that they're not going to be too keen to let it go, though. Dog almost passing it right to Mark. Will at least remain in the blue half for Rutgers, but that's another missed opportunity for them. Aquino on 0. Able to 50 with Mark, though, and the counterattack coming through. Anxiety popping it high. No touch again by Mark. Aiden looking low for this 50. Will actually fake challenge and pleb. And then will work out in Rutgers' favor as the 50-50 just barely out of their corner now, and it will be for Mark. Actually, no, it gets dunked by Aquino. Now Anxiety left on his own with low boots. Gets a great pinch and the full pad to boot. Mark not challenging end pleb. Might be a big risk to take, but it does pay off for him. He gets possession for free. 50 as well. Looking for a pinch. Another good 50 there. Anxiety trying to get it past Dog. It's awkward for everybody. Rutgers getting a little too close to the play. And now they have to race back on defense. This one could be a chance for end pleb, but he does side flip. Looks like this one will remain at 3-0 for now. And Pleb looking for a pass off of his own backboard to Dog. A save made by Mark. No, it's not quite enough. A brace for Dog. Another good passing play from San Diego State. As that soft touch just enough to get past Mark. Maybe even a little bit of a changeup. Don't know if he expected something a little stronger or what. I probably would have. But either way, it is a big response coming out of San Diego State. Dropping a close game 1 and responding like this. 4-0, pitching a shutout and a high-scoring one for themselves at that. And these chances continue to manifest. Another passing play to end pleb. Just tries to chip it off the crossbar, but it will be just a little bit out. Helped away by Aiden. Dog. Not as, only as far as Mark, but he might get possession right back. It'll actually work out to Aquino here. Dog looking for a bumper, redirect back. Now a shot here for Aquino, taken away, followed by Mpleb. It's going to be water falling down. Is anybody there for San Diego State? No one makes contact. Rutgers' last chance to have even a conceivable opportunity to win this game, but it is taken away, and does not look like we're going to be seeing any result besides a dominant Game 2 victory for San Diego State, just bullying their way through. Sidewall here, Dog. Taking his time. It's actually going to pinch off the backboard there. Rutgers trying to get one to go for them in the closing seconds. One for the road, perhaps. And they do get some pressure going. Pretty chaotic for everybody here. Pitching for bumps is Anxiety. Mark central, but nobody there to follow. And the last 10 seconds of game number 2 will go by. Aiden triple tapping it off the blue backboard, but really to no avail. San Diego State, a statement made. They are still the favorites in this series, and they are the favorites for a reason. A 4-0 victory in game 2. All the team passing, it felt like the comms really woke up for San Diego State, and that really gave them the victory here, and a whole bunch of momentum to boot. Looks like Louisiana Tech, no, sorry, not Louisiana Tech, sorry. Buds at GSU, a 2-0 lead for them in the series versus Texas. Everything else still kind of developing right now. as we will get going on DFH Stadium to break the 1-1 tie in the series. And for Rutgers, it's crucial that they get on the board first after being shut out for the entirety of game number 2. Want to get that momentum back, and a good flick there might start something for Yeti. Actually able to slow it down. It will work in his favor. Mark's 50. Can be followed by Aiden. Pushing it wide. Dog's on 0, and Pleb forced to go up for this one instead and does well to clear it away. Anxiety now pitching it for Aiden. Aiden misreads the play. Mark's still there though. Gets a flick. Bumped off the ball as well. But Rutgers looking a lot better here. A lot more offense for them in this game. Dare say even more than they had in the entirety of game 2. They still have to play some defense here. And Pleb the shot saved by Mark. Yeti as well, getting to double tap this one forward. A little bit of a layer push forward from Rutgers though, and it will allow Aquino to line up a double tap, try to get something going offensively for the Aztecs. So Mark clearing it away, and again Rutgers able to break out and able to start an attack of their own. See Mark especially trying to line up a lot of aggressive upfield plays, cherry picking, finding bumps and demos. It has worked so far, but now it might be trouble. The double tap coming out from Dog will be missed, and Pleb follow-up shot not good as well. And a big missed opportunity for San Diego State. You have to wonder if Dog just shoots that on target if it goes through, especially with Aiden being zeroed and bumped. But regardless, this will be a 0-0 ball game, at least for the moment. Aiden to the corner, finding a teammate in Mark, but that clear only as far as a San Diego State player. Dog over to Pleb, double tap being lined up. Mark saving again. He's had a big presence on the field so far in DFH Stadium, and more of that will be needed for sure if Rutgers want to find the opening goal here in game 3. Anxiety, a big dunk, and that will be the lead now for Rutgers, exactly what they were looking for. Excuse the miscall, that was pretty disastrous, but almost as much as that 50-50 was. San Diego State really caught sleeping, maybe playing with their food a little bit too much, and Rutgers picking up more offense here and picking up the first goal. They do lead again. Mark passing it over to Anxiety, met by Dog, but it will still be there for Aiden. Pleb actually disrupted, pushed a little too far forward there. Now Rutgers can set up some pressure. It's a 50 central for Aiden, backboard, trying to find Mark. He drops it down. Rutgers scoring in bunches yet again, as now it's 2-0 for the Scarlet Knights. Aquino thought he had all the time in the world, but Mark just bearing down at him, sending himself as third man. And it does pay off big time, as now we do see this Rutgers lead extended. I wonder if they're going to keep up this aggressive pace or go back to the kind of defensive, patient style that we saw out of them in the later part of game 1. They look to be picking up the pace offensively again, though. A good passing play, giving them some pressure here. Dog can't make contact. Mark trying to spot it through a couple of San Diego State players. That double commit could prove costly. Dog trying to be avoiding the bump here. It will work out, however. Central for Rutgers. That pass, or that shot rather, off the crossbar, followed by Mark. No good. This one from Anxiety is 3-0 again. Rutgers, seemingly unfazed by their game 2 defeat, respond with a fury as they find 3 in under 3 minutes. San Diego State left reeling again. I mean, this is even catching me off guard a little bit. This aggression, not something that the Aztecs were prepared for, and they're really suffering because of it. It might even be a 4th goal as well. Here's Mark, 50-50 with Aquino. He pinches it into his own net. Call out a 145, maybe. 102, never mind. I think it hit the crossbar, but I mean, it just continues to get worse for San Diego State. Aquino, that one really had no shot of being on target if it wasn't helped in by him. And now you have to wonder where the comms go. Where'd all this presence and composure from San Diego State go? Need to start fighting back now, even if it isn't going to result in them winning this game. And there's one from Pleb. And even if I don't think that it's very likely, 3 minutes left, or sorry, 2 minutes left, down by 3. These comebacks definitely can happen. And San Diego State, they pulled off 4 in, I think it was around 2 minutes 30 seconds in game 1, or game 2 rather, so it will be comebackable. But if Rutgers can keep up this blistering pace, I don't know if that's very feasible. We're getting a little too over aggressive here. Now it's a 3v1 for the Aztecs. Pleb off the pass from Dog. Anxiety saves. A big one there, too, to keep momentum with the Scarlet Knights and prevent this one from really seeming that much more realistic of a comeback. Aiden popping it over to Mark, who got it high, a double commit, but the clear comes through for Mark. Again, the deflection from Dog only serving to help out this Rutgers offense. 30 seconds off the clock and still no goal coming through for San Diego State. Maybe a chance here. Mark saving again. And finding the clear as well. It'll take more time off the clock. Aiden looking for the dunk. It's going to be there for Anxiety. Backboard again. And then Pleb air dribbling out. Dog looking for a demo. Forces Mark to jump. The shot saved by Aiden. And Aquino, just not enough boost for him. And now Dog gets demoed. It will be Mark shooting on an open net. Aiden will steal it. And Rutgers, they have had a propensity for taking series the distance. And, I mean, definitely could see that happening here. In Game 5 against Game 5 against 3 other Big Ten tournament teams. And again, would not surprise me if they took it here as well. Or even sooner, if they can continue to fluster San Diego State like this. I don't even know if the Aztecs can bring it to 7. And plumping for a corner double will be put central. Kikino can't find the shot. That one's got to hurt as well. Aiden and Anxiety team bumping each other, and Mark almost finding a goal off of it. I mean, Rutgers, this is a shock for a team that many people, and at least I thought they were a bit underseeded, but not by this much. This is a huge result for them. Obviously, series far from over, job's not finished, but it's got to start feeling like a reality for Rutgers now, as they have put themselves halfway to a berth in the round of 16 spot in tomorrow, as they win Game 3 over San Diego State 5-1. And my goodness, Mark, another 700-point game from him, but really it was everybody on the Scarlet Knights here. Aiden with 628, Anxiety with 536. And now, all of a sudden, if San Diego State drop this Game 4, they will be forced to win 3 straight to take the series. With all the momentum in Rutgers camp, and NPleb shooting 1 for 9. A bit of an interesting statistic there. Aquino putting on 0 shots himself, and Dog only 1, though. But it was a 3-headed monster for San Diego State in Game 2 has really been cut off at the head, you could say, as things are really slowing down now. We'll see what San Diego State's response is in game number 4 on Utopia Coliseum. Rutgers looking to strike early again, though. Here's Yeti. Just going to try to keep it away from Dog and NPleb, and will do so. Aquino awkward, but able to get back to this ball, no problem. Aiden off the sidewall. Could be there for Mark, trying to find a shot on target. A little bit too fast for him. And the clear will come through from Dog and Aquino. Aiden putting it right back, though, and looking for a bump on NPleb. Maybe jumping the gun a little bit there, but still finding a pass central. Anxiety, a good 50 taken, but Aquino well positioned to make that clear. Touches by San Diego State. They're feeling just a little bit desperate, though, just trying to get out of their own half, more so than convert clears into offensive opportunities. And this is really their first big chance, though. A pass from NPleb to Aquino, saved by Mark. NPleb, no boost, will put that back into the corner, but Anxiety receives. And will be San Diego State with possession yet again. Not San Diego State, sorry, it was Rutgers, but now it will be Aquino. Mark taking it away. Might have even caught NPleb out. He's awkward here. Anxiety pushing into this ball. Finding a 50, maybe there for Aiden. Dog, another 50 sidewall. Will roll down, though. Rutgers still applying some pressure here. Aiden down through the corner, looking for a bump, but NPleb there quickly. And getting this ball out of harm's way. It's still on offense for Rutgers, though. The passing play. NPleb, a great bump on Yeti to prevent it from manifesting, but his chances are getting a lot closer for Rutgers than they are for San Diego State, that's for sure. Anxiety, a back pass that was almost an own goal. Mark having to make a big save there. Don't know what happened, but Rutgers will be happy to see this one stay 0-0, as they will get right back on offense as if nothing happened there. And that's exactly what you need to do after a bit of a weird situation like that. Another errant touch there from Anxiety will put Mark in an awkward spot. Central pass to Dog, and Yeti again saving now. But a couple of awkward situations. Very awkward here. Mark getting bumped by Dog, and the physical play from San Diego State again working out in their favor. They score first. And it's a bit of a weird situation here, but, you know, you take what you can get, and Dog doing very well to take out Rutgers' best player, take him out of that play. Mark just completely helpless on the backboard there, getting bumped. And Pleb now going to try to add on to this lead. So he does get 50'd by Aiden. Mark bumped, but it will pass downfield to Aiden anyways. He can't get the ball. Eno now going quickly. Mark beating him, or at least finding a dunk there. Yeti hitting it hard, looking for something central here. Dog doing well. 50 a couple of players. And allow Kino to clear. Mark almost able to, or rather Aiden almost able to get it right past him. It's getting a little tenuous for San Diego State, but they still find themselves in the lead and not really panicking on defense, being as composed as they need to be. Big miss from Mark there. So Aiden again there quickly. A good 50 taken. Will be Anxiety looking to clear. Aiden looking for a drop down redirect, at least taking it away from the last man, making the clear for San Diego State a little harder, but it is there for NClub anyways. Mark going quickly, beats out one. Aquino isolated back, but completely unchallenged. And that will be what San Diego State are looking for here. And Pleb, bit of a mistouch. That could be a chance. Dog, only one really playing the ball right now for San Diego State. And it will work out to Aiden here off the pass. Backboard. Follow-up coming from Mark. The shot is weak. And Aquino able to save. Finding the clear as well as Aquino. San Diego State really holding their nerve well. But they still find themselves on defense. It's off the post. I mean, these chances for Rutgers are coming out of nowhere, but they are resulting in nothing at the end of the day, and that is all that San Diego State can hope for right now. In a game that they have been out-pressured a fair bit by. Dog, though, big double-tap chance. Anxiety on zero. He can't quite find the angle. And it will be a nervy last minute here for San Diego State, kind of how it was for Rutgers in game one. 50-50, Yeti. Can't find it. Aiden, that chip touch, it gets away from him, and now Dog can clear pretty easily. More time off the clock for Rutgers. They need to start making this comeback happen. But Dog trying to pin Rutgers in their own half as more time drains off the clock. Aquino now trying to get to work. It will be taken away from him, but MPleb's putback touch will take valuable time off the clock again. San Diego State doing so well to control the pace of the game, almost finding a shot there. Mark not quite paying attention to the play there enough, or at least not able to turn on to it. MPleb looking for a quick double tap, can't find it. Now Yeti looking to break out. Dog jumping it so quickly. Team bump there. It'll be dangerous, but still Rutgers, they don't really need to worry about conceding. They need to worry about scoring, but they will concede anyways. Dog really putting game number 4 away. San Diego State looks like they will be able to tie up the series after all, as that is a performance of a championship caliber team, not necessarily dominating your opponents, but just beating them when it matters with all those little details of play. And the clear coming through will secure it for the Aztecs. We are going to be headed to Game 5 with each team at 2 games apiece. Really anybody's series. But San Diego State, they will have to be feeling good, as it is now in their control. Dog is going to restart his PC. So, good shot, I guess. Looks like we're going to have to wait here. I know what the situation is right now. So we're going to be waiting through some tech issues here for the moment. So I get a look at what else is going on around these matches so far. It looks like Texas and Buds in an overtime in Game 4. Texas trying to tie up the series after going down 2-0, but they might go down 3-1, and they will. Cincinnati as well in overtime with Louisiana Tech up 2-0 here. I followed Louisiana Tech during the kickoff tournament, and they were an interesting team for sure. Cincinnati giving them a big challenge here, though. And Purdue and Charlotte look to be pretty evenly matched as well. So pretty good games for this first batch of them all around. Can't say I'm disappointed with this one either. Perhaps the most even of all of them. Each team has had a blowout win and a close one. And we are looking to be headed into a crucial Game 5 to see who'll take advantage on to New Tokyo. And if it's Rutgers, I don't even know, man. That would be something. Teams have alternated winning games so far. Rutgers, San Diego State, Rutgers, San Diego State. And also the team to score first has been the team to win. And San Diego State has not conceded in any of the games that they've won. So it's a bit of an interesting situation, interesting dynamic between these two teams. And I cannot wait to see how it's going to develop here. I'm going to run a quick ad break so that we don't get one during the match. So I'll be right back. Alright, it looks like we're good to go here, and only 10 seconds of the ad break remaining, so I'm just gonna get things rolling here. And on Aquadome will be where we break our deadlock here in this series. And it will be Dog starting out quickly, Mark challenging him quickly, and neither team skipping a beat here. San Diego State looking to get things going a little quickly. They won last game, but probably want to win it a little more dominantly. A big play there from Npleb will get them on the board first. Inyo's flick caught so well by Npleb, and he will work off of that bump by Anxiety. Mark not expecting it. And a game lead now for San Diego State, as Rutgers is now forced to respond, playing from behind. Not something they've been great at this series, and they might have to be down 2 as well. No. Seeing some defensive demos from the Scarlet Knights. It's a bit interesting. Wonder if that's going to stay a theme for them, or the demos coming out from the Aztecs than from Rutgers. So interesting to see if that dynamic will change between these two teams. Mark not able to get it past Aquino, so it will be Anxiety pushing through. Actually able to get it all the way downfield. Good for Rutgers' boost totals as well as their offensive chances, as almost San Diego State caught lacking there. Nearly conceding. But instead they look to get back onto offense. That clear only as far as Aiden, but it works out into Npleb's possession. Mark ping-ponging it right back. Neither team really wanting to hold on to the ball, it looks like. That one there for Yeti. Shot coming through. The save, no, was just a little bit high, it looked like. Chance for Rutgers going by the wayside, as it does remain San Diego State in the lead after about a minute and a half. Aquino working it past a couple, now looking for a pass down central to Npleb. It's going to be through, and it will be 2 for Npleb and San Diego State. Rutgers defense just a little bit asleep here at the wheel. It looked like Yeti got a piece of that one that he didn't want to. And yeah, no wonder. That is a rough situation there for him. But either way, Rutgers is going to have to brush themselves off and get right back to work. Still very winnable this game, but Want to get it going on offense now. Looks like more towards game 2, where San Diego State just had all the possession and all the control. Aiden, good touch forward from him. Aquino able to deflect it to safety and to Dog. 50s by Rutgers are solid, but not really resulting in a whole lot. Aquino again getting it past one. Now Dog and Aquino 2v1. The last one getting bumped, but Dog can't will it on target. Still pinches there, though, and Pleb almost able to get another shot going for free, but he is not. Getting a little hairy now for Rutgers, able to clear it out. Mistouch again, now will be end Pleb. 50-1, Mark backwards, just gonna let it roll up. Let Aiden clear it away to Yeti. Be a chance here for Rutgers to get some offense going. Yeti, good fake, good 50 low. It's gonna be looking for Aiden, someone in the midfield, but Aquino just having the better angle on it. And it will work out in San Diego State's favor. It's clear. Met by Dog instantly. Aquino trying to beat Mark. He can't. Anxiety now cutting this one off. Getting one touch there to Aiden. Looking for a corner double. He finds it, but it's not going to be anywhere near on target. And Anxiety forced to race back. He can't make contact. Aiden again having to rush this one. 50s are solid from Rutgers, but they're not developing into anything. That second man just too far back. Really gets them going. And Pleb will get a reset touch. Not the one he was looking for there, but no harm, no foul again. San Diego State doing very well right now. They do find themselves on defense. Anxiety looking for the shot, and Pleb taking it away. And now he will have a chance for a shot of his own, just trying to roll it through. 0 boost, so that's about the best he can do there. Mark looking for a dunk, can't get it. Again, it's another 2v1 situation. Anxiety going quickly. And Pleb, Aquino, double commit. Dog is very far back, though, and Aiden can't clear it anyways, so no problems for San Diego State. They are fine to just let this clock run out at this point. Anxiety. Mark. Gonna get something going here in this final minute. 50 with N-Pleb taken. Aiden too far forward. It's going to be an open net for Aquino. 3-0 for San Diego State. As Rutgers hand in the cookie jar. Cannot let that happen. Just pushing too far forward. The third man getting antsy. As you just see one guy lose a 50 and the ball ends up on your net. Just you cannot let that happen. Especially not against San Diego State. Rutgers team has lost a lot of their confidence that they played with in Game 3. And it shows big time. Again being shut out by the Aztecs. And they just look so awkward all the time. It will be a hat trick for N-Pleb. As again, going through the defense. Just one pop forward. And Aiden panic backflip. And will be an own goal, double own goal in fact. As 2 Rutgers players will touch that after N-Pleb's initial one. And things going seriously long for the Scarlet Knights here. Mark 50 will be playing out to Yeti, trying to get one going, one for the road here, similar to game number 2, but really unable to do anything. And now it will be around 10 minutes of game time since Rutgers were able to score a goal, as they look to be finally succumbing to the San Diego State machine. They will still have one game on Neo Tokyo to shake it off and bring it to 7 into Champions Field, where they've been so comfortable this season. It's their home, perhaps. Aiden able to sneak one through there, so some good momentum for Rutgers. They break the streak of being shut out when they lose a game. And they will at least, Rutgers at least finding something, anything in their favor in the closing seconds of game number 5. But the overarching story, San Diego State's big victory again, putting themselves on double match point and 1 game win away from the top 16. Once this ball touches down. There it is. We going new server or something? Oh boy. Car change? Okay. I mean, Rutgers just really, the offense is just not there for them. 3 shots to San Diego State's 6. Playing much more conservative. And even though they're winning 50s, there's just nothing after them. And San Diego State is perfectly content to let you mess up and play off of passing plays, counterattacks, anything that you give them. Game 6, Neo Tokyo. Oh my goodness, he's in the Lightning McQueen car. Okay. Well, this one might be chalk from the start for San Diego State. They have to play against Lightning McQueen, the best racer in Piston Cup history. Triple commit saved by Rutgers. This one might not be good news for them, but Aiden, there quickly again. Drop down pass to Aquino. Dog, a double commit there. Yeti finding Mark off the clears, but San Diego State already getting some good offense going. Playing keep away now against this Rutgers defense. MPub looking for the shot here. It will be wide. San Diego State already going so quickly here. They're finding open nets. Yeti making the save as MPleb's deft touch just a little too soft to find its way past the last man. Yeti dribbling it over to Mark. It will be a good hit by him. Rutgers, it's so crucial that they score first. Every time that they have scored, they have won a game. Scored first, they won. In fact, the team that has scored first has won every single game so far. And right now, it does look pretty good for Rutgers. That touch by Mark is a great one. Forces two to go up for San Diego State, but Dog, so composed himself, able to make sure that this one doesn't end up in the blue net. Yeti looking for Mark. Gets a little bit away from him, so just has to put it into the corner. Double commit might be costly for Rutgers, but Yeti jumping quickly. This is the kind of Rutgers team that we saw in Game 3 and for the start of Game 4. They were so aggressive, following so closely, and it did throw San Diego State for a loop then. Question is, will it now? Dog, that's going to be on target. Yeti making another diving save. As right now, both teams applying a lot of pressure. Dog, his shot will be off target. That was an open net as well, so Rutgers getting away with one. Now looking to convert this into an offensive chance of their own. Yeti popping high and Pleb. The sidewall. Can't find a second touch, but it's like whoever's challenging him was banking on it. Aiden unable to find one of his own. As these two teams continue to clear back and forth, San Diego State having a couple more threatening chances. But Rutgers, not like they haven't played offense this game. Looking fairly solid from them. Mark, a clear downfield. Aquino isolated on the back line, but doing well to clear it to the sidewall. And Pleb, free touch for him. Yeti able to deal with it well. And finding another one. Actually, he jumped a little too early. A save coming through. Now it will be Aquino. Backboard a little bit off from him. As Rutgers will clear their own half. Until it gets put right back there. Mark again diving for that 50-50. And Pleb forcing it to the wall. The demo defensively will leave Yeti in a very tough position, but he makes a great save again. Rutgers continue to get away with it on defense. Now the question is, can they find anything down the other end of the pitch? Yeti, with a little bit of time, will end up popping it. Don't know if that was the right play there as he gets dunked big time. Aiden's on zero. At least clears it to his corner. And an errant double touch from NPub will actually work it as a pass to Aquino off the backboard. Follow-up missed. Dog now coming in for the shot. Mark making the save. Unbelievable from Rutgers. They keep this game tied at 0-0. How long can they live like this? I mean, they've just played defense now, I would say, pretty comfortably for most of this game. And they continue to find themselves solidly in it. Still tied 0-0. This is not sustainable, but hey, if they can just find one goal, it might very well be. 50-50. That one's almost on target. Shot coming through. No. And Pleb getting the musty flick. In his touch to Mark. Rutgers finally getting down the offensive end of the pitch, but not looking too good for them, though, every time they do so. 50 right back. And Pleb. No double touch there. Dog to Aquino, a little bit past him. As we're approaching the final minute of play, it's still somehow 0-0. Who is going to break this deadlock? Mark, 50-50 taken. Aiden, just going to be back to his corner, but it will work out for Yeti. It's still dangerous, though. Aquino shot saved by Anxiety. Or not Aquino, sorry. I do believe that was Mplip taking the shot there. Still dangerous. Another double commit coming through with a soft touch by Rutgers. Able to prevent it from being too dangerous. Another double commit. This one could be costly. Aiden jumped at it. It's open. Is anybody there for San Diego State? No. Yeti finding another save and a 50-50 at that. Mark trying to get something going for Rutgers, trying to steal Game 6 and send us to Champions Field. It will be Yeti. Dropping it down. 50 with Dog. Looking for one more central. Aquino dunked by Aiden. And he's awkward as well. This one's won by Mark. Is anybody there for Rutgers? No. Dog clears it away. As now will be San Diego State's chance to steal the game. It's going to drop down, and we do have overtime. Rutgers, 1 goal to send us to Game 7. San Diego State 1 to send themselves into the top 16. After having 80% of the pressure, 90% of the pressure this game, it's all on even footing. Another passing play. Pleb looking to line up a double tap. It's going to be a good angle, but not on target, and anxiety was there anyways. Dog shot, saved by Mark, no problem. Now their counterattack. Yeti looking for the shot on target, saved by Pleb. Follow from Aiden, it's off target. Mark crashing the net. It's going to be saved again. Rutgers, their first big chance. Find themselves still playing Game 6, still tied 0-0. San Diego State showing that they have just as good of a defense as they do in offense, and Quinto's shot is barely 50-50'd away by Aiden. I mean, how long is this going to take before we get a winner? It feels like we should have had one the moment this ball touched the ground at 0 seconds, but somehow it remained tied. And somehow we remain tied. Now it will be Mark trying to rush Dog here off the ceiling. He actually does get a touch, but only followed by a couple of players. That's a big double commit from Rutgers, but Mark doing well to slow it down and finding a good 50 as well. And Pleb, his turn, controlling it once. Low boost, looking for a perfectly set press past Yeti. Shot by Aquino into the top bin. San Diego State will be moving on. After a hard-fought Game 6 victory, they take down the Scarlet Knights. A little bit of historical revenge for the Aztecs. The number 1 overall seed survive, or sorry, not the number 1 overall seed, the number 1 seed surviving a scare and surviving a massive defensive effort from Rutgers. They will be one of your first 4 teams into the top